Hello my beautiful people, welcome to your weekly general tarot scope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. So quick note, these readings are for the general energies, trends and themes and overarching energies that we're all going to be experiencing over the course of the week. Sometimes world events will show up, sometimes it will be more like a personal or motivational message for us on a personal level, and that's fine. Like, use them as ever, as you need to. Some people say they prefer these than the weekly or the monthly videos that I put out, or the special transits and stuff. So either which way, the fact that I'm serving my community really does mean a lot to me. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for our intuitive message this week, when I went into my intuition, was really interesting. I had to sit with it for a while this week. Usually it just comes like it's easy, it flows, but this week I had to really sit with it. And so the first thing that I saw was a bunch of blue petals on the table, and then they started to come alive and turn into butterflies. And then I saw a seahorse, and as all of you know, it's the male seahorse that gives birth. And the message that I took away from this was, be prepared to walk a different path. So this week, what you thought you maybe you set out on your path towards something like this week, and you're having to take a right turn or a left turn that you hadn't factored in. Something about the direction that you're going in this week is likely to change. It's going to take you off of the road less traveled, as they say, off the beaten track. Something about whatever you're trying to do or to get off the ground this week, it needs the alternative approach. It needs, it's funny, I was just talking to a friend about this, so it's interesting that actually came up. It does need the alternative approach. It needs the difference in some way, shape or form. The conventional or the tried and true is not what will get you through this week. So be prepared to pivot, be prepared to go in a different direction, be prepared to do something different or outside of what you consider your own personal norm. For our destiny card for the overarching energy, trend or theme for the day, or for the week, we have the Fool card, right? So the Fool is like the ultimate wild card. Do you guys know this now? If you've been with me long enough, you know when I talk about this card, I always say new things, new places, new people, new energies. The Fool card is kind of like the lighter side or the head side of the coin with the Tower, right? So when this card shows up, you can try to predict. It's the same with Uranus in numerology. You can try to predict it. You can try to say what you think may or may not happen, but it's not so much that you'd be wrong, but you might guess this and it's kind of there, right? So you'll get ballpark energy, but never really dead on. The fact that we have this as the destiny card tells me that this is a wild card week. All bets are off. When you think the world is going to zig, the world is going to zag. Don't count on what you think is tried and true this week. As I'm saying that, I'm seeing sparks right now. It's so weird. Don't count this week on what you think is tried and true. Whatever appears to be terra firma this week, make sure you've got a life raft handy. Make sure you've got a rope. Make sure that's tied around a tree. I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't take anything for granted this week, and don't take anything at face value. All right. So for our direction cards, how do we best, in fact no, I'm going to use those for the insight. For our direction cards, how do we best tap into this Fool card energy? How do we best utilize or use this Fool card energy? And this week we get the Ten of Cups, right? So this week, something to do with, it's really interesting. If you haven't seen your numerology for October videos, check them out. The home, the hearth, and all of those good things are going to be very much a part of this month. So it's really interesting that this kind of kicks up here, which I'm quite intrigued about. Now, the way that you access the Ten of Cups is by looking to your people, your tribe, your network. Now, when I talk about this, a lot of people say, oh, I'm still waiting for my tribe to turn up, or I can't find them. Maybe you're supposed to start one. If you can't find them, it means they don't exist yet, or certainly not not in the capacity that you need them to, which means maybe you're supposed to start it. For the next card, we have the Queen of Wands. This with the Fool card. If you are on my tarot course, you will know we'll be talking all about this as the week ahead comes up. The next round of that will be going ahead in the new year, so stay tuned on the end of the year when my annual Kickstarter comes in, if you would like to get a place on that. So yeah, with that said, the Queen of Wands coupled with the Fool card, this is somebody that we don't know yet. So this could be an Aries, Leo or Sagittarius person that is coming in to assist us, somebody that's trying to work with us. It could literally be somebody that's coming into the home. It could be that you are bringing fresh energy into the home, but it could just as easily be that this week you are being asked to set some boundaries. You're being asked to hold a line in some way, shape or form. Remember, the Queen of Wands on her own is very often about where we need to draw a line or a boundary in some way, shape or form. Now you add to that the Fool card. This is somebody that we don't know. And the fact that we've got the 10 of Cups here as well, this is somebody that's going to be beneficial for us, that may help us shore up our defenses, or may even help us really get clear on something for ourselves. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles, right? So what I can tell you about this Queen of Wands person, doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, but whoever this person is, this will be somebody that is either very beautiful or at least somebody that's very beautiful to you. The 9 of Pentacles coupled with a Court card is usually somebody that has nothing to prove, somebody that is very aware of themselves. You couple that with the Queen of Wands, this is knowing your sensuality and sexuality. It's being in complete command of all of your innate and external attributes, right? So I love this. And then we add to this the 9 of Cups. I mean, on a really mundane level, this would be a great week to get out into the garden, providing the weather permits wherever you are, to do something in the natural world. As a direction energy, how we best utilize this, really the cream of the crop. You don't waste any of your time with substandard, subpar, and this isn't about expensive. It's not about expensive. It's about holding and maintaining your standards, holding and maintaining your line, holding and maintaining your vibration. That is where the energy is this week. And the fact that we've got the Fool card here as well, in a lot of ways, I'm saying all bets are off. I think someone or something is about to enter all of our lives in some way, shape or form that is going to really, really delight but surprise. All right, so for our insight cards and what we might need to know, what's going on behind the scenes that we may need to be aware of as it shapes up, we have the King of Pentacles, so something with the financial sector this week. The Queen of Pentacles, definitely something going on with the finance sector this week, and the 4 of Wands. That's beautiful, right? So for some of us, we're hearing about a good partnership. For some of us, we could be hearing about an engagement or a marriage. For some people, we could be hearing about a pregnancy. I love these cards. I mean, they're great cards. We've got the 4 of Wands, we've got the 10 of Cups, we've got the 9 of Pentacles. This is a week to enjoy your material experience, right? Whether that's food, sex, whether it's flowers, whether it's the external world, whatever it is that taps you into the natural beauty of the 5 sense world, this week enjoy it. This week I think we could see some good news about the finance sector, absolutely, but I also feel like we're going to see some surprises as well with the housing markets this week. I don't know why, but I just got this really sneaking suspicion. And the fact that we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles, this is, the Lord and Lady of Earth. You couple that with a card that represents bonds, unions, foundation and stability and or home. That tells me that something is going on with the housing markets this week. I think this is going to be a very interesting week all in all. And when it comes to celebrity couples, we could be hearing of probably a shock announcement of some sort that makes people really kind of like, hang on a sec, wait, what? I don't know. I wonder. I think there's a part of me that wants to say something about the royal family, but I'll probably hold off on it. Oh, fuck it. You know what? Just say it. I feel like Harry and Meghan will be back to the UK before we know it, on a permanent basis, and it will be very interesting to see how that plays out. Now, that being said, as an overview, I think this can be a phenomenal week for all of us, a week of advancement, absolutely, providing you are willing to step off the road, that is set out for you, before you. So let's say you're on a road and you're saying, right, I'm going from A to B, and this is the only way to get there. This week, you're going to realize that actually there are several ways to get to where it is that you're trying to go, and that you may have to take one of them. The tried and true, the conventional, it's not those things that are going to get you there this week. And believe it or not, taking the road less traveled, taking the path that's unconventional may actually end up being the easiest one to take. This could be a very, very interesting week, and I can't wait to see how it shapes up. With that said, let me know how it shapes up for you personally in the comments below. I love catching up with you guys there when I can. I always try to like and love everybody's comments just to let you know that I am paying attention. I can't always reply to all of them just because there's so many, but I love you all for it, and it really does mean a lot to me that you take the time not only to watch my videos, but to like them, to share, to subscribe, and to comment as well. You know, it means a lot that you take time out of your day, which is very important, to, you know, spend a little time with me. So I love you for it. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.